Hi, I'm Shonda Whitworth, and I am co-founder and president of Fortress of Hope Ministries. And I am just coming to you today to let you know appreciate you, and I appreciate you being a part of our ministry in whatever way you are part of our ministry. Whether you are an email subscriber, or whether you're part of the Facebook group, or you attend the local support group meetings, or you've been part of any of our online meetings, however you've been a part of our ministry, I just want to tell you thank you, and I appreciate you. And I just been reflecting this month. This is June 2020, and this month marks the 9-year anniversary of the tragedy that led to my son's incarceration, to his arrest and his subsequent incarceration. And as I reflect, I think about where we were to where we are now, and it has been quite a journey. And I am so thankful that God is faithful to his word, that the very first scripture I grabbed hold of the day that we found out he was arrested was Romans 8:28, that God will work all things out for good for those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. And I have stood on that promise, and I have cried out to the Lord to take something so tragic and make something good come out of it. And he has been faithful. He's walked with us. The Lord has been faithful to never leave us or forsake us. He's walked with us on this journey the whole time. And, I am just eternally grateful for what the Lord has done for us. And because of that, the Lord's done so much for us. As we were navigating on our journey, I think back that, in the early days, it was really tough. It was tough. It was shocking to get the news. It was shocking to learn a whole new system. It was shocking to learn a whole new process, and to explain it to people who didn't understand. At the time when you're in shock and grief and you're walking through all the hardships, it is just so exhausting to explain things to people when you have to explain a different language to them, because the justice system and the penal system has its own language. And as we start learning that language, it can get exhausting to try to explain it to people who don't understand. And as we looked around church and we saw different activities going on within the church body, how there were groups for moms of preschoolers, how there were groups for recovery, how there were groups for single parents, or there were groups for people who walked through the trauma of going through a divorce, or there were groups of women for women Bible study, and married couples, and whatever different groups. There was all these different activities in these different groups in church. And my husband and I said, why isn't there a group for prison families? You look around and you look at the numbers and the statistics. Statistics show there's 2.2 million inmates, prisoners in America. Why aren't there more support groups? Why isn't there more help for the those who have someone they love incarcerated? And so we started bouncing around the idea, and the Lord impressed it on our heart to start a group. So we run that by our pastors, and they said, yeah, you ought to start a group. And as we asked people, that's a good idea. You ought to start a support group. So 3 years ago, we started support group meetings, and then we even filed the paperwork to form a nonprofit organization. So we are a 501c3 ministry that has a federal ID number, so that if you or anyone who contributes to Fortress of Hope and they do not receive any goods or services, that contribution is tax deductible. And so that is where we've been for the past 3 years. And, it's been amazing how we've grown, and it's just so good. But this month, June, on this 9-year anniversary time of our son's arrest and incarceration, and with the COVID having shut down meetings and a lot of activities, I've just been taking some time to reflect and see where we are as a ministry, to see how we're doing. And so as a part of that, I have created an online survey, and it's completely anonymous. And I would love your feedback on how our ministry is doing to serve you and what we could do better. I would like to know what we could do better to serve you and where you're at in your journey. So as I said, that survey is completely anonymous, and you can just fill out the link, find that below, and fill out that link, answer a few questions. It'll take a few minutes, and let us know what we're doing well and what we could do to improve, because we would love to serve you in the ways that you like to be served, and how we can better equip you for this journey. So I appreciate it, and we're praying for you, and God bless you, and we'll talk to you later.